started with a backpack, a simple accusation that changed everything. In 2010, a 16-year-old boy from the Bronx named Kalief Browder was walking home from a party when police stopped him. They said he had stolen a backpack. Kalief said he didn't. He had no idea what they were talking about. But that didn't matter. He was arrested on the spot and charged with robbery. The man who accused him had no proof, no witness, no evidence. But the system didn't need proof. It needed a suspect because Kalief's family couldn't afford the $3,000 bail. He was sent to Rikers Island, one of America's most violent jails. He hadn't been convicted. He was waiting for trial, but that trial would never come, not for 3 years. 3 years for a crime he didn't commit. Inside Rikers, Kalief faced daily violence. He was beaten by inmates. He was beaten by guards. He spent 2 years in solitary confinement, trapped alone in a tiny cell for 23 hours a day. He tried to stay sane, to stay hopeful, but time moved slowly. Days blurred into nights. Over and over, prosecutors offered him a deal. Plead guilty and you can go home, but Kalief refused. He said, "I didn't do it. I'm not pleading guilty to something I didn't do." That decision, his courage to fight for his innocence, cost him years of his life. Finally, after 1,000 days behind bars, the charges were suddenly dropped. The accuser had left the country. The case fell apart. Kalief Browder walked out of Rikers Island free but broken. He was 20 years old. He tried to rebuild his life. He went back to school. He spoke out about what happened. He wanted people to know what jail does to innocent people, to children. But the damage was deep. The trauma never left him. On June 6, 2015, Kalief Browder took his own life. He was only 22. His story sent shockwaves through the nation. Even President Barack Obama spoke about him. Jay-Z produced a documentary called Time, the Kalief Browder story, shining a light on the horror he endured. Kalief's death became a symbol of everything wrong with America's justice system. A system where poverty means prison, where innocence doesn't protect you, where a young black boy can lose his life, not for guilt, but for standing by the truth. His mother, Vanita Browder, said, "My son was murdered by the system. They broke him. They broke my boy." Kalief's courage changed laws. His case sparked bail reform across several states, ending cash bail for minors. His story made the world ask, how many more Kaliefs are there? How many young lives will be lost before justice finally means freedom? Kalief Browder refused to plead guilty even when it could have saved him. And that's why his story still echoes today, or not as a tragedy alone, but as a warning, because the system that failed Kalief still stands. And it still claims the innocent every single day. Do you think justice was served? Comment below. Subscribe if you believe these stories need to be heard.